Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. In our last episode we pretty much weathered the latest succession crisis that we have, hopefully the last succession crisis that we're going to have for quite a long time here since we're quite young, not fully healthy. We do have stressed, which we picked up last episode as well, but I think as soon as I'm able to I'll switch to a health improving focus to try to counteract that and make sure that we live for a good long time here as King Glenn. Extremely diplomatic character that he is. But we also just managed to gain support for our plot to revoke the county of Strathearn. We're just about over 80%, so we'll go ahead and do this immediately, and then that will give us the last remaining county in our capital duchy of Albany here, which will be nice. So we will probably have to fight him, but it should be relatively quick and easy. Let's go ahead and raise our levies right now. Just to be ready. He declines to just hand over his county, so we are going to have to fight him. And it's kind of a dirty trick, but let's try to catch him in there before he's regained morale. And it looks like we are going to. Let's appoint this guy as commander. I guess the Earl here was a commander previously. And let's see who is going to get there first. You are, so we'll get our best men in charge here. Also, I'm kind of interested to see how much it costs us to maintain our whole domain levy, just out of interest. I don't think it was meant to hurt me, but the criticism still stung harder than it should have. So we have a 45% chance of becoming wroth, or a 45% chance of becoming patient. I think I would prefer patient. It's a +1 to everything except martial. Wroth is a +3 to martial, and a -1 to intrigue and diplomacy. So we did become patient. Excellent. We have a new pope. Okay, so previously our income was at 20 something. We will be also reinforcing our retinue a bit here as well. Alright, it's costing us somewhere in the region of 20 gold. Gained some technology from Constantinople, and Waldensian heresy has appeared in Tyrone. So that's a little unfortunate. Spread from Oriel, which we still haven't managed to convert back yet. How good is our steward? Not steward, but chaplain. 15, we don't have anybody better available. Well, we'll just have him keep doing what he's doing. Let's just sort of reset him there in case that does anything, which it probably doesn't. Alright, let's leave with half of this army and see if we can fight the Strathearn army again. And England has declared war on us, which is something that I thought might happen. They are a bit more powerful than we are. We have some money, but we have no defensive pacts or alliances. We do have some money available to hire mercenaries, which could be something that we will have to do. Let's see. We could try to get a quick defensive pact with somebody, or an alliance, which actually is what we would need rather than just a pact. We do have one that's going to go through at some point with the Holy Roman Empire. The characters are 12 and 13 respectively though, so that's going to be a few years, not soon enough to be of use to us. So Norway would be pretty helpful if we could get them. 5.6 though, I think we could do better. He has 14k, so if we can look around again for a relative of France that's unmarried. Stephanie here is 15. She's going to be 16 in 2 months, but she's already betrothed, unfortunately. As are you. And as are you. Alright, I don't think there's anybody that we already have some connection with that we can get a defensive pact with, unfortunately. Just check the people who we historically had alliances with before. Oh, maybe we can get something with the Kaiser. That would be nice. Let's in the meantime raise our troops so that we can be ready. Let's quickly evacuate these by boat. Unfortunately, Strathern is in plain, so it's not a good place to gather defensively. I don't want to select that one. Okay, the Kaiser accepts our non-aggression pact. Will he accept an alliance? He will. He's not in any wars currently. So he should join this one. And actually help out. He would join it either way, of course. Alright, our castle town is finished. Good for our income. And another. Alright, we have 17,000 English troops in sight. Meanwhile, we have 12,000. So if we want to have hopes of fighting him in a straight-up battle, we're going to need about 5,000 mercenaries, if not more. Which we can afford. Company of the Star, I think, might be our best bet there. We'll have about 2,000 more than we ostensibly need. Which should be a safe margin. It'll cost us 375. We should be able to maintain them for long enough. I think we have to plan for the worst possible eventuality and just assume that the Holy Roman Empire is not going to come, even though it seems like they are. We'll hire the mercenaries and try to do it on our own. It's going to cost us probably most of our money to do this, but I think it's the right choice. Alright, Moray is happier. So what is the best way to try to engage this army? If we can get them to take a river crossing into hills, that would be ideal. Let's see. Is there a river crossing between Gary and Fife? There is, so this might be the best place. I think we just have to break off our siege progress and put the revocation of Strathern on the back burner here. So they're probably not going to be too inclined to attack us in Fife, so we might want to split this army in half, move some out a bit to... Wow, he's just assaulting this. To try and bait them into an attack into the hills. I don't mind him assaulting at all, he's just throwing away troops, really. Now he's just headed south. So he is going to be getting ticking war score for controlling the war goal here. No river crossing between here and Cumberland, unfortunately. Well, let's head south here and see what's happening. He has no other war going on. There's a revolt, I guess, against one of his dukes. What is the Holy Roman Empire doing? This is still the only war they're in, so they should be coming to help. I think it might be in our best interest, since he lost some troops assaulting there, to try to chase down his army and fight while we have a numbers advantage. Young Abner has finished his education in the ways of intrigue. I notice with pride that he has attained nothing less than a masterful level of knowledge. Good for him. I guess he's headed to siege Norfolk. Interesting. So we have a bit of a supply limit problem, unfortunately, in some of these counties, in that we are over it. Do see some fleets from the Holy Roman Empire, though. Maybe we'll just stay here for now and assault this back quickly, which may entice him into coming back north, so we don't have to march through the low supply limit lands. Nope, seems like he's going to stay down there and siege Norfolk. And Duke Pole of Munster has died of great pox. Okay, so we no longer have a steward. His successor is this guy, who is not a great steward, but still feels like he should be on the council. Who's our advisor? This guy also would be a terrible steward. Would our current Chancellor be a reasonable steward? No. So we could appoint Munster as our steward, even though he'd be terrible. Or we could appoint the Earl of Kildare, who would be a good steward. I think we really need a good steward, actually, to keep our income high, because we're paying so much for mercenaries. So we'll just hope that Munster doesn't cause us too many problems. And I think we're just going to have to try to get a battle with him as soon as possible, because we can't afford to keep these mercenaries raised. So to avoid the low supply limit, we're going to transport the troops over by boat. Is this enough boats? Nope. Or is it enough boats? Alright, this has to be enough boats. Alright, so I guess the Kaiser is going to send 3,000 troops. Is he going to transport them from down here or something? Seems like the wrong way to go about things. But hey, who am I to tell the Kaiser what to do? Alright, we don't actually need these boats at all, so just land over here. Alright, Norfolk is farmlands. There is no river crossing from Suffolk, so we'll land, I guess, in Essex maybe, to make sure they don't attack us when we have low morale. Assuming there isn't an outbreak of whatever disease this is. Typhoid fever. And with impeccable timing, we have a third Waldensian revolt, this time in Tyrone. That's relatively low on my list of priorities at this point. Okay, no disease outbreaks in Essex, so we'll just go ahead and land here. Whoa, we are over the supply limit though, unfortunately. Something I really should have checked beforehand. Only slightly, but still. Let's just get on our way straight into Suffolk then. My wife, Roxana, has complained about me being absent so often, and so when I found that I had some extra gold to spend, I decided to buy her something nice, maybe some sort of jewellery. Where did I get the idea that I have extra gold to spend? I'm paying 40 a month for mercenaries. Anyway, our half-brother, Prince Duncan, requires an education. He's indolent, affectionate, and timid. So, learning would be okay. Diplomacy would be okay. I think diplomacy is more useful, so we'll go with that. So we can keep all of our gold and slightly disappoint her, or we could spend only 5 gold and make her a bit happier, which is, I think, what we will do. Alright, so we lost a few men to attrition here, and with the worst luck ever, a Lollard uprising appears to have popped just as we arrive in this county. Hopefully we just don't lose too many troops in this battle. We should win it pretty quickly. Okay, I think we got away with not losing much. Lollards. Okay, so we have 19,000 versus his 16,000. We're not going to take attrition here, so we can afford to wait until we have full morale, or near enough. Well, assuming we can literally afford to, which I think we can. I've discovered a plot where the Earl of Dunbar seeks to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Lothian. Let's just ask him to stop. Let's also invest in some technology, since we can do that. Let's get noble customs for the extra vassal opinion. I'd rather not be actually sieging here, because we could lose men to siege events, but I guess we don't really have a choice. Okay, so we're just about at full morale. Is there a reason to wait? Looks like the Kaiser is still dragging his feet. He doesn't have enough boats here to actually put these troops on. Sending some more. So yeah, I think we just take this battle. I hope the numbers advantage is enough to carry it. We don't have any terrain disadvantages against us. Hopefully we have better leaders. Let's make sure that we have our best possible people in charge. We have a couple of flat terrain experts, which is good. We'll put one of them in the center, I suppose. Yeah, we already do have one in the center, okay. Okay, I think we are set up as best we can. Oh look, the Kaiser actually has some troops up here, 700. Very helpful. Thank you. Alright, so we do have better commanders. The king himself is actually leading the center over there. They don't have a commander at all in the left flank, so I think this is going to be a victory. Let's actually find out. Yeah, we're making good progress on the left. Pretty evenly matched, it looks like, in the center so far. Our Duchess of Moray is happier. Yeah, I think we're going to break the left, which should give us the victory. Unfortunately, another mob of raving heretics have risen up in Tyrone. So there's 11,000 men up there, which is pretty bad. Ooh. Hopefully we break this in time to actually help out in the center, because otherwise we could lose that. We lost the right, so... and the center, so this actually could be a defeat. No, we broke their center and the right, so we have won. Barely. fairly equal on casualties. Can we afford to disband our mercenaries? I don't think we can. We're left with about 7,500 to their 8,500, but maybe we could assume that the Holy Roman Empire will have shown up by then. I think they have about 3,000 on these boats, and they're probably going to send them up there. Maybe we try to pursue them and get another battle, but we're going to take attrition going through a lot of these counties. We will be paying less for the mercenaries since some of them died, so I guess that's good news. Oh, not that many. Can we just get a white peace? I would take it. We could not. Alright, I think what we do then is we disband the mercenaries and we head up here to link up with the army from the Holy Roman Empire. Hopefully that'll be enough to take on the remaining English army. Let's transport them up by boats. Our kinsman John had a daughter. Okay. She's quick. And we'll land up here. Alright, well, we're out of time for this episode, so we'll have to continue this war in the next one. Thanks for watching, and join me again then.